So let me start with, first of all, the claim of Jacinta and that they don't involve violence. When you base an entire organization on saying you want to expel an entire section of the population, there's inherent violence in that from the very beginning. Whether or not you say we're going to do violent things, that's not the point. The point is the politics and the purpose is violent from the beginning. And I can sit here and tell you numerous examples. For example, just the most recent one in Peter Maritzburg just the other day, where this is what March on March does. This is their modus operandi. They march and they say, we're marching peacefully. And then someone comes at the end of the rally and they say, by the way, a foreign national stabbed my brother and they live in that informal settlement. What did we see? We saw all of those marchers descending on that informal settlement, killing one person, beating up people, evicting several hundred Malawians. So, and they can deny. It's like Donald Trump. It's basically Donald Trump will dog whistle things and say that, and then he'll deny that he ever has any responsibility for doing any of these things. So let's not take that seriously. I don't think we can take that seriously. The second point I want to make is that March on March and the xenophobes, they are purveyors of misinformation and disinformation consistently, and this has got to be confronted. So, for example, our own Department of Education, when this notion came up that our department of education and schools were being flooded by foreign nationals, the Department of Education said the number of foreign nationals that are employed within the Department of Education in public schools is less than 10%. So 90% are South Africans. Does that create a problem? No, it's not a problem. In fact, many of those Zimbabweans and other teachers are very good teachers, and most of the pupils and principals will tell you so. It makes no difference where they were born. They're contributing. So what we have is we have a weaponization of misinformation. And then people put it on social media, and then people say, oh, the foreign nationals are doing this, the foreign nationals are doing that, and everybody begins to believe it and act on it. So we need to confront that. Then your third point with regards to the actual character of education. Yes, this is our point. Whether it's education, whether it's health, whether it's other things, where is the problem? Where does the problem lie? The problem lies in the fact that there has been mismanagement, corruption, a lack of proactive, should we say, policy that has created in the educational system. We have a situation where most sixth graders can't read and write properly. Whose failure is that? It's a failure of the system itself to actually teach a decent education, because resources. We have thousands of schools that don't have basic services. People still have drop toilets. Students are dying you've just recently dying by going in a drop toilet and this is outrageous. Students are sitting and learning under trees. So this is a governance problem, right? Whether it's education, health. It's not, and this is why March on March is absolutely wrong and the xenophobes are absolutely irresponsible, because what it does is it's exactly what the apartheid state did. What did the apartheid state do when they got into trouble? They blamed black people. Absolutely. They pointed the finger and said, it's the blacks, the blacks did this, they're causing trouble, we're the responsible ones. This group now is trying to do the same thing. They're trying to weaponize their nationality and citizenship and blame foreigners for things that they themselves have created. So let's look in the mirror as South Africans. Let's look and say, what are our problems? Why do we have these problems? What can we do about these problems, and who's responsible for those problems? Let's not look for scapegoats and look for those that are the most vulnerable.